In this video, I'm going to finalize my booking on Airbnb. And if you watch till the end, I'll show you a new trick that I just learned to save even more. What I've done so far is to find a few places that I liked, sent those people emails requesting to either have the price lowered or message a safe, clean place. From this main page, though, it saves your prior search and the dates that you were looking for. But anyway, back to this. From this main screen, you'll see that you not only have homes and stays that you can stay at, but you also have experiences. What I would advise you to, no matter where you search, take a look at these experiences, because if you're out on vacation or even for business, you may find something that you want to do that you hadn't thought of prior. Just as I climbed a couple of mountains, I paraglided, my trip to Guatapé from Medellin, and then adventures. I'm not sure I've done adventures before, but looks like it's a lot of walking and hiking, which I did for experiences. So I guess I need to check this out. I think this may be new. And then restaurants that they recommend and other customers recommend as well. So since I've already requested and sent out a few messages, I want to go check my messages, and I'll go through and show you what I've sent out and what the responses were. I wanted to stay somewhere around $500. Go view all emails, so I'll even see the ones that I've sent. But I also request that they send me an invitation. When they send you an invitation, it looks like this, pre-approved. You'll get these alerts to let you know that, okay, you've been pre-approved for this location for that specific amount. This way, I found that when I get an invitation, it allows me to choose which payment method I'm going to use. I found sometimes, at least, that when I do not request for a pre-approval, that when I try to book it, it uses the default credit card that I have on file. I have a few in here, but I have some for work and some personal. Well, if I do a lot of work for a couple of months or something and I'm using Airbnbs, I have that in as my default, just to be sure. Don't charge my personal card. And vice versa. If it is personal, don't charge my work card, because that could be an issue too. So when I'm pre-approved, it gives me the option. I've noticed that it gives me the option to choose which credit card I'm going to use. And, it starts from the bottom, good morning. Oh, here's the weird thing. You got to see this message, because, okay, I've stayed here, blah, 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 with a few communications, I'm headed to town, I just need a safe, clean place and pet-free. Exactly what I told you I send out. And let's see. So thank you so much for your prompt reply. Thanks for booking, Robert. So I've already booked. We're looking forward to hosting you. And this is where you normally get a message that gives you all of the pertinent information, your Wi-Fi information, the address, tips to get to the location. In this case, it was a basement apartment. So I need to know to go around the side of the house, through the backyard, and down the walkway. But this one basically said, hi there, we're looking forward to hosting you. Lots of Cub fans in towns. I recently needed to add a cleaning fee of $50 to each trip. I recently had a guest leave my home trashed. I would appreciate the fee from you, but understand that you booked prior. Please let us know. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Somebody trashed your apartment before me and you want me to pay an additional $50? So I thought about what I would write, but of course I responded, good morning, I'm sorry you've had others not take care of your place properly. I would not be able to pay any additional fees, as our arrangement has already been agreed upon. As my first message stated, I just needed a safe, clean place, pet-free, location to stay for one night. I'm solely in town. And I was there for 12 hours. I was in and out, had one good business meeting, and I was gone. And then spent the whole next 12 hours getting out of town and getting back home. But I put it out being at 8, blah, 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 as my prior rent states. I'll take care, as my prior review state, I take care of others' properties. I have a pretty decent history. I can show you that too. We get reviewed as well. And I've done these Airbnbs all around the world. So I make sure I leave their place as close to the way that I received it as possible. If I review them first, or they review me first, the other side gets an alert, says that you've been reviewed. Will you do a review also? And that way you can view it, because you cannot see what they wrote for you until you write something for them. Anyway, that was one message. Yeah, here it is. We enjoyed your stay. How was your stay? And this is where you can review right here. Place that I stayed before in Medellin, and I'm using Google Translate too, because she speaks Spanish and writes in Spanish. So I have to write what I want in English and then have it converted. But we've basically gone back and forth, and I've asked her, did she have another place for no more than $600? Because I would have paid $600 to stay there. I love the location. And the place was nice too. But she said she would lower it up to $600 to be around my budget. Well, she said prior that she could, and she had a location available, but that somebody had booked it. I asked for $500 at first. But she said she had a place no less than $600, but that place went overnight. So I didn't get it. But this is where your messages are. So you want to come through here and read this. So I've already requested a location, requested that I be given an invitation for the place that I wanted, which I guess is Gregory. So it's already pre-approved. He's answered my questions. I did not ask him to come down on the price because it already met my budget. So it says, you want to book this home? And by the way, you have 12 hours to book. Now, here's the crazy thing. Somebody else who had just started on Airbnb had a nice place, nice location, view, patio, everything I wanted, new, remodeled. And then she booked it from up under me. I went to finally book. You have 24 hours, and she booked it for somebody else. And her deal was, well, I don't know how this works. And I'm like, really? Because I really wanted that. I wanted that location, but you know what? If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. So it's telling me for this amount of nights, the cleaning fee is that, the service fee. This is, by the way, this is pretty low. So it says, pay with this one. So now, again, the reason I do this is because it gives me a little pull down. It gives me an option. That's the card I want to use because I have a list of other cards in that pull down too. As you can see, a bunch because I've used a few and I've used a few for work too, and they're saved. But I make sure there's one default. This is my default now because I knew this was going to be for personal. I specifically went into my settings in my account and made it my default. So from here, I want to confirm and pay, and looks like it's done. It's official. So there's my trip right here. Here's my list. Okay, I can show you where it is on the map. So if you recall before, I told you it pretty much crosses it, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. But this side right here is Laureles and Belen. I'm more so on the Belen side, but right next to Laureles station. And then the train goes north to south also. I don't think anything goes up to the right. But over here you have Parque Lleras. So this is a high dollar area right here. They break the city down into estrados, which is just a classification, a financial classification for that zone, for that area. Zona, it's the same as neighborhood also. So if you ask them, ¿Qué es esta zona? What's this neighborhood right here? So Poblado's expensive. I stayed down here before. I think I was in this area right here, which is next to the mall. I love this area. I wanted to stay here. But I always had to travel my way back on the other side of town to get over to Sweet Georgia Cafe, also 33, Calle 33, y Calle 70, Street, 70th Street and 33rd Street, or Avenue. So again, this is a high dollar area, but again, I would choose, if I were to stay here again, I would stay in this area from Poblado on down. I've seen a few places like near El Centro, and some that actually look pretty nice. But again, if you've never been there, which I haven't been outside of that building, so I'm not going to pick a place and walk outside and there's 17, people that I don't want outside my building. So this side over here is always, and you get a lot of expats in this area too. I understand I'm going to be near expats, but it's okay. I am an expat on this one too. I'm near Sweet Georgia Cafe. I'm near Los Molinos Mall, and I can get to Parque Lleras probably a $4 Uber ride or $3.50, something like that. But anyway, let's see if there's pictures so I can show you where I'm going to stay. All my information is here. The check-in date. Okay, yeah, it can show me pictures. So it does have a patio. I wanted a patio. I wanted a decent-sized TV. It does have a decent-sized TV. It actually has a separate bedroom, too. The last time I didn't have a separate bedroom. It was partitioned off, which was cool just for me. And this is still cool. Nicely done kitchen with a countertop. A dining room table, which I didn't have before. So I can actually sit down. This will probably be my office if there's not a desk. And a little couch area. I don't get the couch not being against the wall. I'm going to push that couch back so I can just walk in and out. It's just me, so no one's going to walk in front of me in the TV because that's pretty close. I'm actually looking up. There you go. Nice table. And then it looks like I'm on the second floor. And a nice patio. I can sit outside and just enjoy the weather, which I'll keep that door open. And bathroom. You almost always have a washer, but you don't have a dryer. It has a little tub and sink over here also. So I guess you walk in this door, and then there's the kitchen to the left, bathroom straight ahead, living room, patio, and then the other direction, if you walk in that door, you're in the bedroom. So you walk in, you keep on coming up this way, and you're in the bedroom. So this is where I'm going to stay. At the end of this video also, please stay tuned. I'm going to show you where I'm staying or where I stayed in, where was I? Cincinnati. It was right, Kentucky. It was right on the border. And I forget which one's which. So I've already zoomed all around. So that's it as far as checking in. Booking. So I'm done with this one. Oh, I wanted to show you another tip. So here we go. This tip could save you a few dollars too. So let's find a location. Let's say, okay, where are we going to go? Let's see Medellin again. It's less. Okay, it's not a work trip type of place. I always select, I want the entire place. I'm not sharing a room, not sharing a bathroom. I don't want to share anything. I'm a non-sharing person, I guess, when I'm on the road. Price. Okay, so I want this to come down to, wait a minute. Average monthly price. Is this a month? This looks like day. That's got to be average nightly price. I don't care what the average. That's new. It's normally the average monthly price because I just chose a month. Well, I chose less than a month. Okay. So, so let's do that. I don't want to instant book because I like to think about these things and ask some questions. I can choose, again, normally, like I said before, I normally come in and choose Superhost, but I want to see everything for now because I want to show you something. Okay, so look at a decent place. Here's 487. Let's find something that's a little more expensive. Okay, so here we go. This is on a nice part of town. This is actually the side of town I wanted to be in, but I wouldn't pay $700 for it. So this is one thing I realized. Okay, I found, this is somebody I reached out to and asked them, could they reduce the price? And they said, nope, in a nice way. They said, no. So this is what I realized. Okay, so I've chosen, what is it? It's 23 days from the 20th to the 12th, just over 3 weeks. So, but I noticed for the 8th through the 12th, it's $694. And I'm going to write this down so I can remember it. $694. But if I go up here, I keep it from the 20th, but I change my checkout date to the 17th. It may not work at this location. And it definitely did not. It went up to 8:30. Okay. So wrong place. Let me find another place. Here we go. And we'll keep doing it until I find one because I want to show you this. Okay. So for the 20th through the 12th, it's $753. Because now after you book for a week, you get a weekly discount. But if you choose a month, so instead of the 12th, I say, and it's normally 4 weeks exactly too. And now it went from, because my 3 week, 2 days went from $753 to $653. So I just saved you $100 by booking an additional, 4 or 5 days. And what are they going to do? I mean, you're not there. You can either check out then or just leave the keys there and leave it for 2 or 3 days. They're not going to come in anyway, so how would they know? So just by choosing a month, you get a higher percentage off. So this is a perfect example because $100 is a lot off of $753. So that's 20% right there you just saved. And it's not just this one. There's other ones too. Now, maybe these are new hosts, and I know they just don't know how to price it properly. Because I noticed now I went from $1,078 down to $595, and I didn't even have to ask for a discount. So I just saved exactly $100. It went from, if you recall, $753 down to $653 by booking more time. So what I did was I added from the 12th, the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. That can't be 7 with the 12th. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 5 more days. I booked it for 5 more days to make it a total of 28 days, and then I got a bigger discount on a monthly stay. I'm still going to leave on the 12th, so I just have 5 days where the place is left empty. There's nothing they can do. I mean, what are they going to say? Oh, you're not here. You tricked us. I mean, I don't know, until they figure this out, how to price properly. Just like I say, a restaurant and their menu, they need to learn how to price every option out, because it's people like me to come in and say, wait a minute, if I do this and do that, damn, I just saved $100 by staying for a month. Now, if I could do this place right here and get this for maybe even $550, I would have chosen this place because I liked it. If you see, this is the one place though, I don't know if in my last video I said something, but this place was nice, but they're redoing the railing on this patio, so the door is locked. You can't go out on a patio. Well, I don't want a patio I can't go out on, a balcony I can't go out on, because the place is really nice. I could see myself doing videos in front of that mural on the wall. Nice dining room, nice view, really nice view, nice size TV, nice split aircon on the wall. Who has aircon? They have aircon on the wall. Nice, everything was nice, but I didn't want to pay an extra $150. So that's why I didn't do it. So there's your tip for the day. If you're booking for a few days, let's say 4 days, maybe you want to choose a week or 7, 8 days, because you get that weekly break on it. If you're only going to stay for 2 or 3 weeks like I am, then you're going to want to choose a month and you'll get that monthly break, and then just leave when you're done. I mean, nobody's in the place. Leave the place clean, and you can tell them anything. You know, if they ask, say, oh, I found I have an emergency. I need to run home early. So you can actually book this place out for the next few days, and then they can actually get somebody in there if you want. I mean, play it fair, but here's the deal. I mean, you need to learn how to work the system, and I guess they need to learn how to price it properly. Let's see how many reviews they have. They have 6 reviews, so I mean, they're not new to the game. Something's not accurate, though. That's kind of low. Cleanliness, a little low on the cleanliness. It looked pretty clean to me, but I'm telling you, read the reviews. That was my first tip. Read the reviews. So here you go, guys. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully, I was able to demonstrate and illustrate the best way how the booking process goes, and the best way to save a few dollars at the end. As you can see right here, I saved $100 off of this one. And that's just this one. It could be more than that as well, maybe a little bit less than that as well. Okay, as I go over Airbnbs, I am actually in my Airbnb near Cincinnati, the Cincinnati airport.